Hello, fellow Airsofters. After playing for 5 years, I've kind of picked up on a lot of things, and recently, as I was playing at Goairheads in Erie, Colorado, I came across a question that I've heard before but never really explored into until now. Is Airsoft a sport or just a hobby? Let's see what these other people have to think about that. Alright, so we are here at Goairheads, a local field. This is one of the owners. May you introduce yourself?
My name is David. Trevathan is the last name. Not related to Danny Trevathan, but he was a pretty good defensive back for Broncos there. My son Josh is actually his business. We just kind of helped him out to get it off and going. In about almost 10 years, he started playing out here when he was 14, and by the time he was 16, he decided to start charging because he had to be the responsible person and organize all the games. So it just kind of grew from there, and it's just now he's going to be in November, will be 24, so almost 10 years. So pretty good run, I'd say.
All right, and a couple of questions here. So, would you, after all this time of watching Airsoft and possibly even playing a few rounds yourself, would you consider Airsoft to be a sport?
Yeah, it is a sport, and I think like most sports, there's always some kind of a Achilles heel. There might be like professional sports, they have instant replay and everything, but even if we had that, it would still be difficult for the referees to be spot on correct all the time. So it takes a lot of effort for the refs to try to be fair when they call hits, and the fairest part of it is that the people call their own hits, and if they can do that, that's half the battle.
All right. And so when you hire a ref, what is their job description as a ref?
We don't have a formal job description, but it's just get out there and make sure everybody's playing fair and there's no
Illegal conduct?
illegal. There's a few things he has to keep his eye on. Players that are obviously cheating or a lot of kids think they're kung fu masters and they can kick holes in the walls, and that's vandalism. And so we need people out there just be the responsible individuals to ride shotgun and everything. Almost any sport needs something like that.
Exactly. And so, last question. So you said Airsoft is a sport earlier, and so, in your opinion, what do you think a sport is? Like the definition of the word.
I don't know, any kind of pastime or hobby that allows, I guess, I don't know the exact definition, but I guess this sport is a competitive sport. You usually need a group of people on each side to compete against each other, although some kids still can enjoy using their airsoft gun just for nothing else, just simple target practice. So, and that can be a competitive sport too. Also, I know Josh was doing something last week with a competition using a BB pistol to run a circuit and shoot so many targets within a certain amount of minutes.
All right.
So there's different ways to compete. It's just left up to the imagination, I guess.
All right. So when do you think airsoft turns into being a hobby instead of a sport?
Well, it's,
Or if it's
I
both?
think it's just, I think most people think of the sport as being organized, I guess, because if it's not, if there's no organization to it, it's kind of helter-skelter. And so I think it requires, and it could be organized to a lot of different levels. Obviously, there's a side to airsoft that's called milsim, which is a little bit more disciplined and restrictive, and can be quite intense. A lot of people like that. And there's just the simple pickup games that we have here, where kids, choose up sites and goes out and just like the old cowboys and Indians, just go at it and have fun. Just more of a game than a sport.
All right. Well, thank you. All right. So after talking to Mr. Trevathan, I am still kind of left wondering, is airsoft a sport or a hobby, seeing as how he did answer the question, yes. Let's get someone else's opinion on this. All right, so for you, how long have you been airsofting?
Just started this summer.
Just started this summer. All right, so what do you think a sport is?
A sport involves anything with physical activities that can and cannot involve teams. It depends. Like golf, you don't have to have a team, but you can. And airsoft, you don't have to have a team, but you can. And it also involves moving your body and usually breaking a sweat.
So physical activity is required, okay. So okay, so how is the game of airsoft played?
There's different modes of playing, but usually it's with two separate teams trying to reach an objective, may it be raising or lowering a flag or just killing off the other team using tiny projectiles.
And what are those projectiles made out of?
Plastic.
Okay.
And well, so they come out of airsoft guns. I won this here. Hashtag Goairheads. But it's usually, the objective is when you get hit, you have to call hit and walk off the field.
All right.
Or respawn.
And can you describe what respawn is?
Respawn is where you go to your spawn point, may that be the cinder blocks or a fence, and it's where you touch and you may have to hold it for 10 seconds, or you may just touch it and leave. And respawn is where you just get back into the game.
All right. Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
but I couldn't.
Dead men don't talk.
Oh, my bad.
It's all good.
1 minute. 1 minute remaining. Airstrike in the bus. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No casualties. 30 seconds remaining. Dead man coming out. Watch your fire. And it's a 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Game over. That's game. Mags out. Keep your masks on. Mags out. Keep your masks on.
All right.
What's up?
So explain that game again.
Okay. So that game was called multi-team. Basically, we've got a bunch of teams scattered throughout the field. These are teams of 5. Their objective is to eliminate each other by shooting at each other. Obviously, they're not going to die in real life, but as soon as they're shot, they walk off the field with their hands above their heads, and they scream "hit" a lot.
All right, thank you. All right, so now that it is the end of the day, and I'm back at home, as we can see, the field had refs, as demonstrated by the man in the orange shirt, and also what Mr. Trevathan said, that they do hire refs to keep control over the games. There was physical exercise demonstrated by the gameplay footage. There was also uniforms and teams. And teams are color coordinated. So I think Airsoft fits the bill of being a sport. Let me know what you think in the comments down below.